Because you can study and research, but when you get on the ground is when you really find out what it is.
Analog, you make mistakes and they sound good.
You've got a better chance of getting your song on the radio if you've made a radio edit.
Yeah, just a question for DJ, Biggos and dellessa. Just linking up to...
My friend was just like, you know what, C4, I think you just need to do a bit more work and make everyone see what you can do.
Inside Plugger, if you've got someone inside your label, they're working with your product day in, day out. If you involve them in the development and in the process of actually making the music, then they have a bigger pitch and they're going to be more passionate. So that's what I would say. And a lot of people focus on the big, like major FM dials, like your KISS, your Radio 1 Extra, Radio 1. I think regional radio is so important, building that story up. And I think personally, once you hit Luton upwards, the big FM dials, I'm so sorry, but they become a little bit irrelevant to the local communities because they feel that they don't get the platform from the big FM dials. So then the power is on the regional community stations. And so start off with all of that, you know, and then you've got a bigger story to deliver to the Radio 1 Extras and to the KISSes and to the Capitals. So, but I would say to you, like, look around and get yourself an internal plugger for radio and for TV.
Would you recommend PR? Yeah, PR.
I think it's really important. Online at the moment, everything is online. That's the first port of call. Everyone's Googling, YouTubing. You need to pay to make sure that you're at the top. You need to make sure that the names are distinctive. A lot of people have like really random names, so you Google them, you really want to find them, and you just can't find them anywhere because, I don't know, it might be something that's similar to IKEA, and everything that comes up for the next 52 pages is like IKEA. So you need to it's all a part of branding. Branding is so important, which is something that I'm prepared to speak to everybody about. But yeah, online plugging, radio plugging, TV plugging, depending on how far and wide you want to go. But my advice to independent people with a limited budget is make sure you have a visual presence because it's really important. Everybody is visual, but that can be done through video diaries, the making of. Don't spend your budget on glamorous videos, 15 grand worth of video. You know, do the video diaries and focus on radio because Adele was in the charts for like how many months without a video. If your track is good and it picks up and you can see progress and you get playlisted, you can always shoot a video. The chances are production companies will come to you to shoot your video. So like, get yourself present on the radio platforms first. That's my humble advice.
That's it.
Cool. I got a question for Biggos and C4, but I'm going to keep it separate. I'm going to go with C4 first. Before I actually knew you personally, I was a fan because I enjoy your music. You got some very catchy songs and so forth. But what question I have is, you've worked with some big names. Obviously, you work with Boy Better Know. I've seen you do a music video with JME and Jammer, all them kind of guys, and they're quite well known in the music industry.
Yeah.
How did you go about? Like, how did you get to that platform? Did you just continue doing your thing and approach them, or did they see what you were doing and approach you?
Basically, I was already known in Birmingham, as you said, just through like MySpace, online, etc. Because I couldn't really get radio at first. It was hard. Like, I wasn't big enough yet, and I didn't really have the music for it. So my friend was just like, you know what, C4, I think you just need to do a bit more work and make everyone see what you can do. So for the year, I was just making freestyles, just freestyle after freestyle on YouTube, like freestyling, if you don't know what that is. That's just me spitting lyrics, because I'm a rapper, on different YouTube channels. So I just done that for like 6 months straight. I had a bit of momentum. Then I released a tune called Off Track, and everyone started like tweeting it and posting it up on Facebook, and then the momentum just spread. DJs started tweeting me like, oh, can I have that tune? So it was just a natural thing. So I think, yeah, I think you just have to grind and just work and just find what's good for you, because there's different MCs in Birmingham that are big through just doing their freestyles, but I'm known through my songs. So everyone just has to do their own thing really, but the main thing is to be consistent. That's the main thing, consistency. So yeah.
So for all the artists that are trying to emerge and so forth, his example is keep doing what you're doing. Don't feel like you have to rely on other resources to get somewhere, because you can't do it by yourself. Because I've just seen him do his thing for a while, you know what I mean? And he's doing big things. Give him a round of applause.
Use the internet, SoundCloud, YouTube, use the internet. The internet's very important. My mic's off, I'll stuck on it.
Okay. Questions? Okay. I'm going to come over to you next, Saracen. Go. I'm going to give you a time limit. I'm not going to tell you what it is when I grab the mic.
So this is one for dellessa, and it's dellessa. Okay.
People become dellessa on air, so boy, fine.
So when it comes specifically to production in radio, I'm going to be. It seems a bit pessimistic, but what are the top 3 biggest mistakes you see people doing when they're trying to get into radio production?
The first mistake is a lot of people come into radio wanting to be DJs, and it just gets very conflicting of what you want to do. Do you want to work in production or do you want to be a DJ? Decide what you want to do at the start and then kind of head to which way you want to go, because it just gets a bit confusing. Production mistakes, I think for me personally, I work with a lot of young people that kind of come through our doors. I would say graft where you are. So if you're from Birmingham, work at some local stations here, then some local stations, some community stations. So when you do get to the network stations, the national ones, you really know what you're doing. I don't know, I think, and also I guess if you want to be in production, just also do stuff outside, because you can, we've got phones, we've got technology now, we've got our laptops, but we can actually put podcasts online as well and do your own thing again, put your uniqueness in there. So when you want to work in production, you say, I've got all these other skills as well.
Okay,
so
and what's your journey like, personally?
I had a very long journey. I started in London, then I went to Luton, and I worked in Gloucestershire for 2 years at a BBC station there, and I didn't know anyone there. But I moved there, I got a job there, it was part-time, so I was working at Sainsbury's at the same time, plus doing a cleaning job, because that's what I wanted to do, to get where I wanted to go. So I didn't know anybody, but I just graphed, I put my head down and I kind of knew where I wanted to go, but sometimes you need to take other steps to kind of get there. So that's, it's hard work, and again, it's about being the best candidate for the job when it comes around.
Alright. A little bit more advice. Whatever career you're going to take your path in, remember that you're the foundation of that career. So whatever knockbacks you get, don't let it knock you down. Make you stronger and a better person. So regardless of how far you get in the industry, if it doesn't go right or your record label goes bust or whatever, you've always got yourself to bounce back on. So don't ever forget that it's you who's on the journey. So you have to invest in yourself. Alright, you can give me a round of applause for that. Yeah. Alright, question from this young man.
Yeah, just a question for DJ Biggos and dellessa. Just linking up to what C4 and Suzy was saying with regards to being hard to get music onto the radio station. What advice would you give to people that's got music and they just want to get in contact with you, just to keep the music for you to have a listen to and to get it airplayed? It's just a simple question like that.
Personally with me, I don't really pay attention to like YouTube views too much. I do and I don't. Like, obviously I go on YouTube like every day, like to find new music, and sometimes like a lot of views might attract me, but I'll still watch another video even if it hasn't got as many views. But just contact DJs. Like most DJs have got Twitters or Instas or Facebooks, whatever. Just contact them through one of the means, and then ask them for their email address and send them tunes. Like with me, I prefer you to email me your tunes. The reason why I say that is because if you give me a CD, when I put it on my computer, I'm not going to get the track names. So when I go onto radio, when I play the tune, I won't know who the track is. And like, I'm doing loads of things when I'm on radio. Like I'm at 1Extra, I'm at Hot 92, so it's me in the studio on my own. So I'm doing it also. It's easiest for you to email me your tunes. And I do get the emails, because like my emails come through to my phone, and just holler direct really.
Make original music as well. Don't do covers, because radio's.
I don't know what to know. You know, it's debatable, because covers they can be effective sometimes. Because I've heard some good covers that have, and I've played them for like different reasons. I heard someone do a cover of a Wretch 3-2 song, but they sung it. Or sometimes with me, I'll tell you what, I like covers then, because on radio I don't play American music. Like, I dedicate my show to UK music, but I do listen to American music. So sometimes I'll hear a tune that's current and I'd love to play it on my show, but I won't play it on my show. But if a UK artist does a cover and they send it to me and I like it, I'll play it on my show, and that's still getting the artist out there. So
it depends what DJ is as well, though.
Yeah,
I know,
so
like,
you gotta cater to the DJ, to be fair.
I think like, alright.
But why? Can I just? Oh.
Why what? Sorry.
Why would you play American rap?
You know what it is. There's loads of DJs, that are all playing American music and music from other countries, and I just feel that there needs to be a DJ that's just gonna just play UK music. Like, I'm from the UK, I listen to music from everywhere. I listen to like Bashment, everything. But I think with my 2 hours on radio, I think I want to dedicate it to UK music, because nobody else is. So I'll just play straight UK. As long as I like it, I'm not going to play UK music I don't like, but I think that the UK needs more people to kind of play that UK music, because you've got the other thing where, alright, then some UK music gets played on the radio, but it doesn't smash the clubs. So that's the next kind of place where it needs to get to. But I just wanted to dedicate my show to helping artists, like local artists and UK
I like
artists.
to give respect to UK music.
Thank you.
Because I'm international artist.
Okay.
And do you know the whole world follows UK music?
Yeah. No, like, I got people in Canada that listen, and all over, like, Jamaica, all over, like, they listen. So
UK creates new music that nobody ever does. Even Americans are so jealous.
Definitely.
What's your name, darling?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
You get me, fam.
Well, miss, worry about that.
I'm really excited to be here.
Oh, I'm excited.
Because I miss all this.
Oh,
I miss all these wonderful artists.
Oh.
Everybody in here can sing, rap, something, right?
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
Can I just add a few more points about, like, if you want to get your songs on radio, from my perspective as a producer, you've got a better chance of getting your song on the radio if you've made a radio edit, because the amount of songs that I get sent, there is no way they're getting played on radio. I personally am not going to spend an hour reversing every nigger, every motherfucker. I'm just
sometimes the radio edits are not clean though, Sometimes the radio edits are not clean.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not going to bother with it. So if you can send me your raw version, also make a radio edit. You got better, because that way, have a listen. Okay, that's cool. We can play that instead of me wasting, not being horrible. But I work 8 hours a day, and I'm not going to spend 1 hour cleaning your track for you.
These time consuming.
Because I know
controversial. Like, you might not have swearing in it, but it's controversial.
It's fine.
Controversy is okay. Controversy is good. Controversy sells. It's just the bad language. If that's for like DJs that are on during the day kind of thing, like with myself, my show's a late night show kind of thing, so I'm more relaxed then, because I'm on pirate radio as well. I'm more relaxed kind of thing. But I do also like to have the clean music, because I do play at corporate events sometimes and different kind of things where I do need that radio in it. So if you send me both, I'll keep both, and
Also, I was going to say, I mean, not every artist that gets played is from a major label on the BBC. I just want to say that. Like, people like Krypton Conan, they've created such a huge buzz for themselves. They've got such a huge fan base. We have to play them. Like, we've got no options. Even people like BBK, Skepta, JME, they've got such huge fans. They're getting in the charts based sometimes on no airplay on the radio at all, because they've got huge fan bases and people love their music, and that's why it's so important to use the internet and social media to keep your fans aware of what you're doing to buy your tracks. Meridian Dan with that German whip track, I think One Extra, the only national station to play that song, but again, he had a huge fan base, so that's really important. And also, just finally, with the BBC, we have something called BBC Introducing, where artists can upload, submit their tracks.
and then DJ Target has a show on a Sunday where we play all UK homegrown music. So I would say use that platform, use all the platforms around that you can. That's what I'd say. Yeah, of course.
You're a great comedian.
I'm a serious guy, you know, dog. I'm not even a comedian anymore. I quit.
Me and you fight outside one-on-one.
Me and you fight outside. I don't hit women, you know, but I can make an exception.
Listen.
I might try to kiss you though.
I gotta ask my lady one more question.
Huh?
I gotta ask the lady one more question.
I'm gonna charge you next time you ask her questions.
How much?
Huh? How much? I didn't expect that.
Yo!
I gotta think about this.
Indian people have plenty of money. Hey, Major!
Yeah. What was the next question? Sorry. Oh, cool. There you go.
I've got a question for Major and also for Suzy as well. I'll go to Major first. Being a producer, like I mentioned earlier, I dabble in all sorts of different genres. Would it be better to stick to one genre and just focus on that, or would it be better to like be wide of everything and be really versatile?
Don't stick to one. Do not stick to one. You stick to one and then that one goes out of fashion, what happens to you?
You gone.
You're a dinosaur. Do everything. Everything. If it's music, it's got a snare drum in it.
Yeah.
Put that together, blood. Everything. Because you never know which one's going to open the door for you. So do everything.
Alright, yeah, that's cool. Sound. Alright, Suzy. Now, I've made songs. Well, I've actually just recently released one on iTunes. I've been studying music and business. Would I need a PPL and a PRS license? Are they really important in making the song big, or can you still get yourself on it?
Okay, can I just explain something that I think will be beneficial to a lot of people? Because I recently spoke to a really well-known rapper, I'm not going to mention his name, and I realised that he was following the American model, which to me makes a lot more sense, but it doesn't work in the UK. So indirectly I'm going to answer you. You have to work towards a release date. If you want to get your track played on radio, it's an absolute must in Britain. And I would say, depending on how new you are on the radar of the relevant people, you need more time to push that track. And the more time you have, the more you can build, okay? I was speaking to this rapper who is releasing his tracks on iTunes, like yours is live now, and then attempting to plug. And I was wondering, well, he's really well known, got a great fan base, but the reason why radio can't get behind you, because in Britain what they'll do is they'll support you with spot plays, correct me if I need to add in any bits.
Yeah.
And then as you get closer and closer, if you're building up momentum and you keep giving them back a story that's building, then hopefully they'll C-list you closer to your release date and lift you up through the playlist, which will be B-list, A-list, as you hit your release date. Regardless though, the thing, I'm going to tell you a quick story about Eric Benet. He put out a cover album from his label in Japan, thought nobody would hear it, everybody's heard it, and it got the most horrific reviews. And so the problem is this, with the internet, everything goes everywhere. So yes, PPR, PRS, anyone can pick it up. Right, so do that, it's an absolute must. Before you know, as you're doing your iTunes, your PPL, your PRS, you never know. Some of the biggest records that have been hits were not even made as singles. They were made as commercials or something else, or I just did a freestyle or whatever, and they become the biggest hits. Right. So yeah, absolutely, that's your revenue stream. And they will pick up your money 3 times a year. You don't know where you're getting played. As a plugger, it's really hard for me to track all the plays. I send it out to thousands of DJs and producers and programming managers and bloggers and this and that. I can't even, in a report, it's not comprehensive. I can't tell you all the spins you're going to get. But your PPL will, because that'll be your check.
Okay. Yeah.
Aye, aye. Just quickly, if you're on Twitter, could you go on Twitter, and if you're tweeting about the event, can you hashtag these letters YNIYN? I repeat, YN for November,
yeah.
IYN for November. Does anyone need to repeat that again?
Yeah, me.
Give you a chance to log on. All right. Why? One sec.
Say, boy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you're going to tweet about the event, whether you're saying networking and it's great, or I'm enjoying the questions and answering from the panelists, Smash is amazing, you know what I mean, just tweet it and hashtag at the end of it, YNIYN. Alright, if you need me to repeat that again, by all means, feel free to ask me and I'll be happy to spell it out for you again. Where was the next question? Alright, young man, we'll come back to you because I saw one over here just not too long ago. Wait, this young lady, I'm going to get to you too.
Me personally, I'm trying to develop a career as a music supervisor. Now, I've noticed that the deeper and more specific you want to get as a career in the entertainment industry, you've got to do a lot more digging. Now, personally, I can't find music supervisors to shadow, therefore I'm developing a project that I can use that as a show reel and then bring that to labels, people that I can get a potential job from. What would be your advice for anybody that wants to develop as a music supervisor?
Well, do you mean as in getting into work at the majors?
Yeah.
What role is it exactly? What is it?
Syncing, like the music with film.
I think that's a lot similar to like TV, and I think you've got to start at the bottom of those things. I think it's everything that dellessa said is absolutely true. Having a presence, being distinctive, being different, having a fan base, using your Instagram, Twitter and Facebook effectively. But I think with those things, you're better off just going to them and saying, look, I want to come and do an internship. Because if they like your energy and your vibe, 8 times out of 10 it will result in work, in actual work. And there was a gentleman that was talking about TV presenting, and my advice to that would be a runner. Lana Webb was a runner at Remedy Production who does like immense amounts of like TV, music TV for MTV, Channel 4. They've got offices in New York, Canada and London, and she is now head of programming and was looking after MTV for ages, but she started off as a runner. Like, just go in once you're in, because you can study and research, but when you get on the ground is when you really find out what it is. Just do the internships.
Cool. Next question, this young gentleman here.
I was going to say, dellessa, how do you go?
Hi, there you go.
How do you go about getting a Charlie Sloth fire in the booth?
Well, that is the question. Now, Charlie is very particular about who he has for fire in the booth. He always wants people who are out there doing freestyles, you know, having a lot of heat, having a lot of people backing them. So he's always watching, he's always listening. When I'm in the car with him, he's plugged his phone in, so he's listening to people's freestyles. So he's always looking and watching. So if I was you, you just have to keep going, keep getting those hits up, keep letting people see who you are on all the different platforms until you're literally in front of him where he has to take notice of you, if that makes sense. Just keep going, keep sending him links, because he does go through them. So you just got to be persistent in what you're doing, you know?
Okay, cool, last one.
Just keep going. Unless you want to do a freestyle right now. And I'll film it, and then I'll send it to Charlie. Where's the cameraman? Where's the cameraman? Can you film this for me?
You need to do this, blood.
Yeah.
The camera.
And then rap.
I bust a freestyle in this room with no feature. There's the camera there. Let's ask a question to dellessa. I don't actually know another freestyle on the camera talking about a bore. No. I see panelists right there, and it's more than C4. Got a bit of a comedian flow. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't involve with this. I'm an egghead or something. Dinosaur comment earlier. These are the things I'm laying about.
Be prepared for that.
Sounds like you're right there.
Always be prepared.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
But tweet me and just keep sending me stuff.
Such a nice lady.
Smash. Wyman's been waiting for it.
Okay, yeah. Say nothing. I'll be back up there in a minute. We're going to have a few more questions and then we're going to go for a break. Give me a sec. We've got a young artist there. Go for it.
Thank you. He said stand-ups. Hi guys, I just have a question. I'm getting there. You said something very interesting, something I've heard quite a few times. This thing that says you find a producer that you click with, or someone you click with, stick with them. I'm trying to understand what you mean by click with.
That bond, like, you know when you feel comfortable with that person, like you're both on the same wave.
So to make the beat that you want to make.
So basically, they basically know what you're trying to do without...
Yeah, they understand you, they're trying to understand what you're trying to do, innit?
Yeah. You're singing and their music just go in sync, right?
Like he loves you and you love him, like when... He's a real musician. A real musician is
I wasn't taking it that far. Both got a love for music, like you share that similar passion kind of thing.
You sing, right? You sing, right?
Or find a female producer, then it won't be so awkward. Okay. Couple more questions. You say I'll give about one. Oh, you got another one. Alright, I'm gonna. Wait, how much time have we got left?
Well, you're not coming to know.
Got a few more questions. Cool. Remember hashtag YNIYN. Alright, cool. Go on, question.
Suzy, I heard you talk briefly about the, if you've got a release date and the weeks we've got to do it. So, in terms of releasing, say, a mixtape or an album that you want to get plugged in sort of national radio as well and things like this, what would you say would be like a decent amount of time in order to release a few singles?
Can I just say that the last hit Wiley had, which he was at #1 with for a while, that was being plugged for I think 9 months plus. It depends on how much you believe in your product. Right, and if you really believe in it, you will keep going and going, and you won't take no for an answer. And just to say, Amy Winehouse on her first album sat at number 46 in the charts for months and months on end until Universal decided to do a poster campaign, and then suddenly went wow. So you determine how much you believe in your product and how you're going to keep running with it, because tracks will stay on the radar, and then suddenly someone will decide, one DJ will go yes, and then everything will fall into place, but you have to know how strong your material is.
But say if you're on a limited budget and you're paying a PR company to do the plugin for you.
I think if it's a brand new artist, and maybe Dellessa can add in on here, if it's a brand new project with a brand new brand that you're just educating everyone with, I'd say realistically 3 months.
Yeah.
Online moves at a different pace, so you need to get your online plugger, your TV plugger and your radio plugger to sit down beforehand and create a plan for you. Everything has a different timeline, a different pace. Videos move a lot quicker, 6 to 8 weeks before release date. Radio a lot slower. Online is a little bit faster. So different people will, a good PR person will tailor make something for you and your project. But those are roughly the timelines. But like I said, Wiley went going for 9 months and it hit #1 and stayed at #1.
Okay, another very quick question about forecasting sales. If you don't,
so what are those sales?
Forecasting the sales, meaning how much. So, for example, how many mixtapes you need to break even on the project that you're doing, or how many singles you need.
But sales, this is the point. I really, for example, the charts are irrelevant now, and I don't think it should be a sales thing. I think you need to be thinking product. And I think you need to be thinking hits, because hits can translate in finances and spins in terms of your PRS. Sales, 99 pence per unit after your aggregator takes whatever they take off and give it back to you. One spin on Radio 1, is it still £45? £45 for one spin through your PRS. Yeah, so how many sales do you need for that one spin? Right. And you're not even getting 99 pence back, you're going to get like 45 pence per unit. It's not really about units anymore, forget about sales. As a label, you need to be thinking branding, products. So when you've got shows, you can be selling t-shirts, CDs, whatever, product sales.
There was a question from over here. I know, I'm definitely going to come to you. I've only got 2 left. If everyone makes it snappy, just snappy questions, one time, then I can get to 1, 2, 3, 4. You're the last 4 now. Alright. Sorry for everyone else.
One down here as well.
One down where?
One down here.
One down there as well.
I might give you a blind if you give me a hug.
I was going to say, I kind of trapped myself because I already released my EP a couple of months ago in June. We put some promotion behind it, but we should have put a bit more behind it. But it's just because we were we're working to a time scale, and you know, it gets to that time in the year, you know, the more it goes by, the further it gets down to Christmas, like people aren't looking for new artists anymore because Christmas is coming up, and so we just thought, just put it out and then promote afterwards, but that was kind of the mistake.
Put it off, but look, if you've released and it's had no impact, nobody knows you've released, just put it off and start again. And the whole Christmas thing is a fallacy, because everybody thinks Christmas, the big labels, the major da-da-da-da, it's nonsense. There's a massive gap at Christmas, and because everyone's thinking like that, nobody's facilitating it. I plugged the Maxi Priest Christmas album, and okay, it was a Christmas album, but there's a massive gap at Christmas time. Don't be fooled to not go in at Christmas. And also another thing for all of you, if you've got a little budget of, let's say, 3-4 grand, run a TV commercial campaign. It's very effective. At Christmas and New Year, everyone is sitting by the TV screens. It will be the best 3.5-4 grand that you have invested, even if you get a loan at 19.7 APR, whatever. Because you're not thinking like that, you're never going to think to do that. But I guarantee you, you will blow over 4 grand if you're serious about investing in yourself. Do it. And if anything goes wrong, tweet me. It won't go wrong.
This is another question, again, more or less towards dellessa. As well as being a recording artist myself, I'm also an author that wrote a book on UK hip hop, so it kind of linked to my man that just wants to focus on UK hip hop as kind of supporting artist himself. But if you wanted to be writing articles to kind of help support that, what advice would you get for kind of wanting to write articles for like BBC, kind of helping to support UK artists? What advice would you give to kind of help write about them, let them know?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously I do the radio, but we're like multi-platforms. We do a lot of TV, we do a lot of stuff on the internet as well, you know, writing for the web, we say writing for the web. But there's also, you know, things that you can do is like blogs and do your own posts. You look at things like SBTV, Grime Daily, they're websites, but you know, they put content on there, but there's also a lot of writing going on. So don't be afraid to kind of go down that avenue. So I would say just do your own thing. Have you got your own blog going? Yeah. So I would say go down that avenue, then look at the bigger blogs that are getting all the hits like SBTV, and kind of get in through those avenues. And just keep your social media going so people want to come to your blog and want to come to your content for information. But like I said, the BBC has loads of websites if that's what you want to do. Personally, if I was you, do your own thing, because when you come into my lane, even to the BBC, you get restricted in what you can do, what you can say. So I don't think there's anything wrong with doing your own thing, you know?
Sorry, what exactly was you asking again? Smash, give him the mic, please.
What I was saying, as well as being a recording artist, I'm also an author. I've written a book called Hip Hop Had a Dream that I'm focused on this hip hop, because that's what I love to listen to as well as other genres. So I'm focused on UK hip hop artists too. Just kind of supporting them, especially within Birmingham. I've written about a lot of artists that probably they don't even know that I've written about in the book. But I just want to know exactly.
Is it how promotion for the book?
Yeah.
How to promote the book?
I wouldn't even say supporting the book. It's more about supporting the artist too, in writing articles, because the book's already out. So it's I want to focus on writing articles to help support the artists too, and letting people out there know that these are the artists, especially in Birmingham.
Yeah, like dellessa said, blogs. But to be fair, I don't know, blogs and anywhere like music events. I do I Love Live, things like that. You can come down to and let people know about your blog, and you know, you can. There's other magazines and stuff like that. There's a lot of local people that are trying things. So like events like this where you'll meet other magazines and stuff, and then you can like write an article for them. And like there's a new website coming out called Cream of the Crop Records, and they're gonna have blogs on there. Artists can put their profiles on there. You can put links to your music, and that's open to anyone. So if you want more information about that, just contact me afterwards and I'll give you the details.
Very good.
Hello, I'm an aspiring singer rapper, and my question was, I can't remember if somebody had already answered it already, I hope they haven't. But basically it was just to say, what stage would you look for a manager? and where would you find one?
When you've got things that need to be managed. Like, unless you've got so many gigs going on and so much, like, requests that you simply cannot maintain, you don't need a manager. Like, in America, the way it works, usually a development company will pick you up, get you developed, and, like, the Rich Girls is someone I'm going to use for Rich Harrison's label. And then they got Tina Davis, Chris Brown's manager, to come in and get the deal for the Rich Girls at Jive Records until you're ready. I mean, I think that system really works, and it never fails to amuse me how people will be like, I'm managing. It's like, what are you managing? There's nothing to manage. No, you're developing. If a manager is getting you beats, getting you writers to co-write with you, if they're investing in you, getting your photo shoot, getting you style, that's development. That's not management. Yeah, but they will call it management.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out the different stages.
Also, if you manage yourself, you'll learn a lot more yourself, kind of thing. And sometimes managers have got ulterior motives sometimes, and you'll learn kind of thing about the different types of managers. But if you manage yourself while you can, I'd say definitely do that.
I think this whole manager thing's a myth, to be fair. I think like it's not that important. Because there's artists without a manager, like Jeremy, he manages himself and he's one of the biggest artists in the UK. So I think the main thing you need to focus on is building your audience, building your fan base. I think that's the main thing. So focus on that, don't really focus on the manager. That's
manager's a cost as well.
Cool. Yeah,
a manager's a cost.
It's not the main thing really, it's about you and your fan base.
Try a team though.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
a team. Like, if you're not very good at marketing yourself, so you wanted to find your own team to help you with sort of like online marketing.
I can't stress this enough. If you go into colleges, universities, they love music. So someone might be studying physics or pure mathematics, but still loves music. And you can just put notes up. I'm an artist, this is what I do you want to get involved? And you can just delegate and build a really good foundation in a team. But when it's right for you, the managers will come knocking on your door. I can guarantee you that.
Cheers, thank you. Can I just say, hello? Can I just say, like, coming to events like this is also great because when I was at uni, I was with, I don't know if you know Ricky and Melvin, they're like presenters and TV people, radio people, and we all kind of brought up together, so we're all like in the same radio, like even Charlie, and we've all kind of come up together, and once you've got a network of people, everyone can help you in different ways, you don't even realise it. Someone might be good at the social networking, someone's good at the radio, someone's good on TV, someone can actually do the filming, someone can edit, so it's really good to just network and then make friends, network. You just don't know when you're going to need people and you can help each other out.
Cool. I've been informed there's only one more question allowed. I apologise, and because it's for me, I'm going to prioritise. Smash. Okay, that one as well. One second, I forgot. Go on.
I just wanted to know what advice would you give to two girls, us actually, who want to become a dual act, like presenters? We want to be.
Where are you guys from? Are you from Birmingham?
We got uni here, but
I'm from Essex.
I'm from Manchester.
Right, are you doing any radio at the moment? Because that is the most important thing.
Yeah, we do radio, like we study media.
Yeah.
So
and we're looking to get our own like show on Scratch Radio at our university radio as well.
BCU. So I actually was teaching at BCU. Is Sam still there?
Sam Coley.
Yeah. So I used to teach there. That's the best thing to do is to get, if you want to be into radio, you have to be doing it, even if it's locally, even if it's in your bedroom, if you're making podcasts, you just got to keep going. And again, what would you say is you two's unique selling point right now? And that's it, I'm done. That's it. Quick. I've moved on now to the next duo.
Yeah.
You know? So you just got to be on it, you got to have your demos ready to go. Personally, again, CDs, where I work, we hardly have CD players anymore. Everything's done via emails, and I like to just, if I want to hear music or hear stuff, I just click my computer and it comes out. We don't have CD players, so Get your demos online, get your SoundCloud working, if you can do podcasts. But again, you have to shine out across everyone else. Otherwise, you're just going to be two black girls. Did you hear there were two black girls? What black girls? I never heard of them. What's your unique selling point?
Yeah. Cool, cool. Do the panelists have any last words that you want to say to anyone? If there's anything that you felt was overlooked or any advice that you want to throw at them? Major, she likes you.
No, it's not that.
Now, you know what, she's been hailing up a lot of respect for it. No, I'm just saying you've been...
Homeboy is at the studio in Birmingham before everybody else, right?
Yeah.
He's been recording us from years.
Yeah.
You don't know Major, I don't understand Birmingham, right?
Yeah, man.
He's been recording us from years. So, you know, like he's really was there. When there was no digital. You understand what I'm saying? This homeboy.
Wow,
he's recording on tape.
Baited you up and told everyone how old you are.
Listen, he used to record on tape.
Yeah, man.
He used to record on tape.
Yeah.
When tape was just like it was illegal. So Major, I think a lot of people would appreciate, you know,
your wisdom.
Yeah.
she told you everything.
Major, how's it been like recording on analog all these years? How does it feel to go into digital world?
Hello, 1, 2. Analog is different to digital. Analog has more feeling in it. Digital is very clinical. It's very to the point, very precise. There's no real room for mistake where digital is. Analog, you make mistakes and they sound good.
Yeah.
There's wires hanging all over the place. They provide a certain sound. Analog. Yeah. Digital, it's all gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think my last comment was.
Alright, people. I got to split. Yeah, this has been exciting. I hope you all gathered information. Yeah.
Everyone, round of applause for Major. Alright, you want to go along? You can go along. Any last words, advice for the audience? No? Go on, man. Pay them a compliment at least.
You've all been lovely. Am I on? I'm kind of shy, but do come and speak to me. I'll be hanging around probably with some wine. So just come and say hi. I'd love to hear your stories and stuff and answer any questions if I can that you've got. So it's nice in advance to meet you.
Thank you, Mayday. Clap, clap. This would be a good time to practice the one clap Zozo with you know what I mean? I'm just saying. C4?
Yeah, just a message to the up and coming artists, right? Just to emphasize my last 2 points. Make original music and be consistent. And also I've got my CDs with me, alright? Sending them. So holler at me in it if you want one. Don't know.
Good.
Suzy!
Hello. I was hoping to say this to you guys. Can you hear me through? Okay. But it didn't come up, so I'm just going to say it now anyway. Your music direction as an artist, as a producer, as a writer, as presenters, your direction, how you're going to package yourself. Do your research before you pick a beat, before you make a beat. Know where you fit in the marketplace. I mean, I guess I'm not a creative, I'm in the business of music, but it's really important that you know where you're placed. As an artist, visualize what station you want to be played at. Study the playlist if it's this show, study the playlist, find something that you're creatively comfortable with that maintains your integrity but also can work. Because there's two kinds of projects. Love projects, which are never going to go anywhere, but you do them because you love them, or the ones that maintain your integrity but can also work in the marketplace and generate a revenue. That's it. Thank you very much.
I would just say, I mean, my main points is just across the board, if you want to get into the job that you want to do, is it's not going to be easy. You don't just step outside and the job comes to you. You're going to have to work hard, and you're probably going to have to do jobs that you don't want to do to get where you want to go. So just be patient, again, be consistent, work hard, and just kind of go for every opportunity that you can, for every platform. That's my main thing, really. Just work hard and just be persistent, and just keep hounding people until you get what you want. I would say just work hard. So.
Right.
Firstly, I just want to say, artists, reach out to DJs, or reach out to the DJs that are playing the genre of music that you're making. Because a lot of the time I get, like, for example, I'll get bashment artists hollering me, and I don't play bashment on radio, so there's no point wasting your time. So, and even yourself with the record label, you need to kind of build a network of DJs and those kind of people that are playing the music that you're kind of making and stuff. And artists, don't be afraid to approach DJs. Nowadays it's all done online anyway, kind of thing, so it's not like you're doing it face to face, so you're not really gonna see them say no, kind of thing. So you know what I mean, just like how artists have to holler at the DJ, I'm a DJ, so, and because I'm playing UK music, I have to holler at the artist. So I'm not, I'll holler at artists directly, I'll message them and say, oh, send me this tune or kind of thing. So I've built up my own kind of network, and I'm not scared to holler at any artist directly. If I hear a tune and it's from a UK artist and it's a big tune, if it's not on iTunes or if they're independent, I'll holler them, and usually they come back to it because they want their music out there, kind of thing. And I'm a DJ, I need music to play, so it kind of works both ways.
Cool. I got some final words as well, you know. For my advice for everyone in the entertainment industry doing whatever, enjoy your journey, because there's no point in you stressing and then you look mashed down by the time you make it. You know what I mean? You look old, like when you started off you look young and fresh, you're ready, but then by the time you're going through the journey you just look popped down and tarnished. Just enjoy the journey, because when you actually do make it, you can look back and enjoy how you got there instead of thinking about how stressful it was. Even if you get your knockbacks and so forth, just take it on the chin and be like, boy, so that just means I need to come back better. And take the knockbacks as the opportunity to improve yourself. Don't take it as a knockback as in you're not good enough. Just take the knockback as an opportunity to improve yourself and just get better. And then sooner or later, the same people that knocked you back one day, they can be like, oh, I remember you, yeah, would you mind doing the tune? And then you have the opportunity to turn them down and pop them back, you get me? So again, always enjoy the journey. Alright, final bits. I want to give another shout out to the sponsors, Justice Williams, Nathan Dennis, Sticky Toffee Dance Studios, and Portland Lagoon. And hashtag again if you're on Twitter, YNIYN. And then big shout out to the people that put the show on, Bromtown Records, and shout out PR. We're going to go for a short interval now for about 15 minutes. We have refreshments. Is there enough refreshments for everybody? Is there enough refreshment for everybody? Alright.
All of that. Everyone stand up please. We need to dance. Trust me. Jeez. Yo, this one's called Loosen Up. How am I sounding? I'm alive? Yeah. Yeah. Yo, big us run that quickly. Let's see. Let's go on that. Can we get that sounding right? Whoa. Turn this up, turn this up. This one's called Loosen Up, yeah? I want you guys to loosen up and just let go, trust me. Anti-predator in the place, you don't know. Yo! Let's go, let's go. Turn up, hey, feeling to turn up. Can you make this tune turn up? Can you make this tune turn up? No, I didn't turn up to turn up. Now I'm feeling to turn up. Can you make this tune turn up? Can you make this tune turn up? Now I'm dancing crazily. And it ain't even rainy season. Didn't want to show this blatantly, but I lost control and now I don't know where the music's taking me. The music taking me. It's like the music playing me. Yeah, the music playing me. Here we go! Yeah, it's like therapy, telling me I should. Making me answers, making me. Hey, yo, Biggos! Let's go! Yeah, it's like therapy, telling me I should. Making me answers, making me. Yeah, it's like therapy, telling me I should. Ollie, ollie, ollie! I said ollie, ollie, ollie! When I say see, you say 4, 3, 4. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. See the thing. Yo. Can you make it cheap? Can you make it cheap? No, I didn't turn up too. Okay. I'm feeling too. That's right. Can you make it cheap? Can you make it cheap? No, I'm dancing crazy. That's right. Can you make it crazy? Didn't want to show this flavor to me. But I lost control and I don't know where the music taking me. The music taking me. It's like the music fading me. Yeah, the music's making me loosen up. Loosen up. Loosen up. Like therapy telling me I should loosen up. Loosen up. Loosen up. Like therapy telling me I should loosen up. Loosen up. It's like therapy is telling me I should loosen up. Loosen up. It's like therapy is telling me I should. When I say sing, you say 4. Sing. Sing. When I say sing, you say 4. Sing. Sing. Go. Feel the bass in your face. That's right, that's right. Loosen up, trust me. Ain't time for Birmingham crew, you don't know. I'm just rolling through right now.
Do we all enjoy that? Yeah. Alright, bringing that party vibe. We've got some more performances for you this evening, but for the next bit we're just going to jam to one song while the next performer gets ready, so you don't need to go too far. If you want to go to the bar, feel free. If you want to go have a wee-wee, go do that. Other than that, don't go too far. And look forward to the next artists that are going to come to the stage. Everyone give another round of applause for C4! Nice. I need to know if everyone's enjoyed the evening so far. If you've enjoyed it, make some noise. Yeah. Alright, if you haven't, don't worry, you still have the opportunity to do so after the performances and so forth. So make sure that you talk to whoever you need to talk to in order to get the information that you want. Alright? Next, to the stage. I want everyone to give a round of applause. What? Huh? Towards sport? No? Yeah. Okay. I want everyone to give a round of applause for Twisted Rev.
Before we even started, I just want to say something to the crowd. First of all, I want to say thanks to the Most High. This is the reason why your boy feels so fly. Came a long way from being a straight up road guy. I was raised around youths who had an itch to make you don't fly. I used to throw up signs in manners when I rode by. So if you show me manners, then you know why. Had to have a hard face, though I feel my soul cry. So if you see me sipping on Henny, just know I'm trying to meditate and escape from this road life. Seen too much mothers cry tears on these cold nights. I tell my brothers, don't worry, just hold tight. It's money over everything, but life has no price. I'm trying to make the youth them grow right. 35 in prison, little man, that's your whole life. Car when you sucked, I'ma stick it on your wife. So R.I.P. TC, R.I.P. Zach, R.I.P. Hugs, R.I.P. Dress, R.I.P. Stitches, they ain't never coming back. This is for my loved ones in every hood that passed. R.I.P. Gary, R.I.P. Alric, R.I.P. Bucky when he died, people felt it. R.I.P. 13, R.I.P. Shaheen, R.I.P. Letitia, R.I.P. Charlene, R.I.P. KB, and R.I.P. Nigel. R.I.P. the kids up in Smithwick is so spiteful. R.I.P. to Alvin is hard on these roads, so while I'm at it, R.I.P. to Chester's little younger bro. And that's all I'm saying with this rap, because this is real talk, and nothing ain't realer than that. Biggos, with that said, play it. Listen to the lyrics. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. For my sisters, listen up. For my black sisters up in the uni, head all up in the books, I respect you truly. And the ones that are working just to pay their dues, inspired by the hoes in the movies, and I respect that. To my brothers that are up in the bin, you made a mistake, don't worry, ain't no thing. Just don't be blinded by the cars and the blimp, and they probably won't tell you, but you's a king. To my uncle that passed and died, I know you're chilling with God right now, right past them skies. Memories of you make me laugh and cry, and now I understand why we all have to die. To the people that lost their moms or lost their dads, just pray when times get bad. I know it's easier to get mad, and that's why we should cherish what we have. To my ancestors back in the days, we still suffering while the profited from trafficking slaves. Of one day, the bastards will pay. But for now, I hold it down and thank God for all of my days. To the next generation, you don't know what you're facing. These people trying to send you to Satan. Don't be consumed by the money you making. Don't grow too fast. Give it time, my brothers, just be patient. Not every girl is a hoe, not every nigga's a dog, not everyone reps where they from. Not everybody's got dough, not everyone is a pro, and everything that glitters is gold. Not every girl is a queen, not every vision's a dream, and not every squad is a team. Not everybody's got dough, not everyone is a pro, and everything that glitters ain't gold. This kind of living ain't nice, I'm trying to live it for Christ. We get caught up in the whips and the ice. I ask the preacher to give me advice. We be reading the same book, but someone ain't reading it right. What's the reason, what's the meaning of life? It's not me speeding through lights, and our police wanna read me my rights. I love God, so I keep it in sight. I pray to it, even when my granddad was bleeding for life. I guess I higher just needed it right, but I know it's okay. Did a lot of good deeds in his life. The reaper comes like a thief in the night, so be grateful before you take a walk towards the beams of that light. And one day my people will shine, so keep it in mind. The Most High is why I keep on my grind. Not about the things of your line, it's all about the people you love, the legacy you're leaving behind. Yeah, not every girl is a hoe, not every nigga's a dog, not everyone reps where they from. Not everybody's got dough, not everyone is a pro, and everything that glitters ain't gold. Not every girl is a queen, not every vision's a dream, and not every squad is a team. Not everybody's got dough, not everyone is a pro, and everything that glitters ain't gold. Pray with me, all my brothers pray with me. I know my sisters pray with me. For Africa, pray with me. For Palestine, pray with me. For Syria, pray with me. For Israel, pray with me. Now my brothers pray with me. Yeah, stop that. Yo. Before I even go into the next track, I just want to say, yo, big up my people, man. I love the way everyone's turned, everyone's enjoying themselves. But you know what we come to do today? Apart from praying, we're about to drink away our problems. So anyone who's got problems in today, get your drinks. We're going to drink that shit away from them. Play the tune for us. Wow. Wow.
She rolled it up that loud. I'm tasting already, drinking. Play the music up loud. Got the time to be British, I'm a
white boy, swagger movie 100, German movie 100. Got a couple bros, got a couple O's, they said the movie 100. I don't shop but they got it, I don't sound what they wanted. I tell the feds, give me a bit, cause I ain't got to say nothing. Got a couple chicks I can't manage, I see one she the baddest. It's Simon Cowboy, come around, I'll show you Britain's got talent. She shaky cause she a savage, she shaky cause she a savage. If I load it up, I'll blow it up and aim it at your cabbage. She said she's rolling up that loud. I'm tipsy dog, I've been drinking. Play the music up loud. Got the time to be thinking, I'ma drink away my problems. Drink away my problems. Drink away my problems. I'ma drink away my problems. I'ma drink away my problems. Drink away my problems. Drink away my problems. I'ma drink away my problems. They could get money like the Asian lads. Asian lads. Twisted Rev, they say I'm mad. They say I'm mad. Thinking about those days I had. Broke times, they made us back. Then we got us a trap. After that, it's a rap. I ain't got a lie. You can ask the cats. Only talk the facts. Watch out for the rats. No Malcolm X. I ain't racist, but everything's so black. Hennessy's all black. My ladies be all black. She can like, is she like, as long as her ass fat. Tipsy so I'm swerving. I'm driving like I'm learning. Plastic cup, got me fucked, got drink up my Ben Sherman. She said she's rolling up that loud. I'm tipsy dog, I've been drinking. You good? Stand up, man.
Yo, I don't want to see no one. No one. We don't want no problems tonight.
We came to have fun.
Get some liquor in my lungs. And put some weed in my lungs. I don't want to be sober. I don't want to be sober. I don't want to be sober.
By the end of tonight,
I don't want to be sober. I don't want to be sober. I don't want to be sober.
by the end of tonight, I don't want to be.
Why?
Yeah. I don't want to be.
I don't want to be.
And you don't want to be. Trust me.
Tell him.
Sipping on the Henny, that's just the basics. So much black Henny, you would have sworn I was racist. But I was Baraka, got drinks by the cases in the club with no jokers. Just a pack of aces. I don't want no problems, I don't want no stress. I like my women tipsy, that's tipsy with no dress. I look up in my eyes and she know that I'm so blessed. In the club, I'm Mary J, she smoking, I let Mary K. Young women like Mary K. Like you?
Like Mary Kay and Ashley.
That drink will turn a good girl. Turn a good girl nasty.
No problems tonight. No problem. We came to have fun.
We came to have fun.
I'ma put some liquor in my cup. I put some in my lungs. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober.
By the end of tonight,
I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober.
by the end of tonight, you don't want to be.
Sober,
Yeah.
Sober.
And the drinks got the women like. And the drinks got the women like. And that's just how they feel. Why not a few shots, so I'ma keep it real. I drink like I'm signed and I ain't even got a deal. Just like the niggas in the south in the field like a slave while you was in the house. Thought I was over wet, I put it straight to my mouth. No cup, bad luck, she come straight to my house. Bottle after bottle, model after model. If the one a problem, then it's hollow after hollow. Go ahead, drink. Tell the chicks swallow. If her friends want the same, tell the chicks swallow. Tipsy. Like I'm falling over for the drinks on the ground for all of all the soldiers. Beer goggles on, so I'ma call her over. Call me a lot of things, just don't call me sober.
We don't want no problems tonight. We only came to have fun.
Only came to have fun.
I'ma put some liquor in my cup. some weed in my lungs. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober by the end of tonight. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober. I don't wanna be sober by the end of tonight. You don't wanna be sober. Tell them guys. Sober. Yeah. Tell them. Sober. 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 Yeah. Break it. Yeah. I don't wanna be sober. You don't wanna be sober. We don't wanna be sober. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
You don't wanna be sober.
Shutdown Records. The new mixtapes now out. Old Testament. If you want it, fly to the back. Ask for it. Shouts out to my people. Dennis in the place. DJ Biggos, respect. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and just make sure you keep clapping for the rest of the acts.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves and don't leave sober.
I ain't gonna be sober. I ain't gonna leave sober. Oh. I'm gonna get mashed up. But to the stage, I'm gonna call the person who's obviously assisting the artist on his journey. It goes by the name of Justice. She's gonna say a couple words about her artist. Everyone give her a round of applause.
Hello. As Rev isn't sober, just to let you know, like you said, you can catch his mixtape at the back. We've got a limited edition of hard copies. You could also leave your name on the mailing list and you can actually download it for free. Shutdown Records, I'm co-founder. Twisted Reverend is our first signing. We've also signed another singer. Sign me! I knew that was coming. We've also signed another singer who we can't actually release yet because we're in the process of sorting out contracts. But what we actually do, we're a Birmingham-based digital record label. We also do artist management, artist development, music consultancy, events management, talent management. So that's whether you're a songwriter, producer, DJ, musician. We have a range of portfolio services. And also if you're an unsigned artist and you actually want to develop your skills, you need a recording package, studio time, you need songwriters, you need a stylist, makeup artist, electronic press kit, you name it, we can do it. So if you want to find out more information, I'll just be at the back right there by our banner if you're an artist and you're interested in finding out more. Why? What's this?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. How's everyone feeling? I'm just gonna welcome you to Cloud9. This is Cloud9. I'm Nizzy Nige, Ace Karma. You got Ninja 121 in the Anywhere, a music group, versatile sound. And tonight is our debut of our EP, which comes out on the 9th of the 9th. So if you're interested and you like our music, check that out. You might have seen the cards everywhere. Big shout outs to all the artists that performed. Twisted Rev did his thing. Yeah, this is the first time that we're gonna perform. I'm just gonna say at the start of the year, I spent like my Christmas and my New Year's in hospital. And while I was sitting down, I felt like, you know what, when I come out, I just wanna make a change. So this song's for everyone who feels like they're gonna do something about, even after they leave this event today. So this song's perfect for a few people in the room. This might be just what you wanted to hear or needed to hear. So I'm just gonna stop, get serious for a minute. Yeah. I'm ready as I'll ever be. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
This is my moment. This is my moment. Forget what you feel like, 'cause I'm living cloud life. 'Cause this is my moment. This is my moment. Forget what you feel like, 'cause I'm living cloud life. And I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be. I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be. I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be. I said I'm ready as I'll ever forever. Yeah. This is my moment. Forget what you feel like, 'cause I'm living cloud life.
feeling this moment ain't like anything that I ever felt. Plus I'm in the best shape that I ever been. Walked out with an inner chest, ain't been the same ever since. Ain't perfect, but I still try. Never mind, I still shine. Like the sun, I'm rising up, so I'm here for them bright lights. Ready more than ever now, and I've been waiting my whole life. No time for turning back, so I only move clockwise. Slowing down, no chance, apologies, no thanks. Not one life and it's too short, that's why I'm living it so fast. Getting forced to that hard cash, every second that go past. I just wanna be so rich, my pocket look like a notepad. Cause I'm coming up once, no regrets, I'm grown up. Swear over this past year, whole life is so nuts. Had to make some changes, and now they going through so much. So it's either you with me or not. Cause this is my moment. They gon' find me underground. This is my moment. This is how we shut it down. Forget what you feel like. We ain't here to mess around. Cause I'm living cloud like. Tonight we gonna run this town. Cause this is my moment. They gon' find me underground. This is my moment. This is how we shut it down. Forget what you feel like. We ain't here to mess around. Cause I'm living cloud like. Tonight we gonna run this town. And I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever forever, yeah. This is my moment. Get what you feel like. Cause I'm living cloud like. Gonna work hard cause I'm trying to be the best version of myself. Life is a test, but for all this struggle you but will never quit. Cause this is the moment all the fears disappear. But me through so many fucked up years. When I just went away, then I didn't shed a tears. I really thought that when fuck stuff is dead. I was so scared when seen that in the hospital bed. Just the other day I had a car crash, but I'm still here, yo, trying to regardless. What I love, yeah, music's where my heart is. I'm just glad I get to finish what I started. So we'll keep pushing as we easy chasing dreams. Wanna take some, testing every single meal. I wanna make a paper so easy growing trees. My family, all the things that they need. This is my moment. This is my moment. Forget what you feel like. Cause I'm living cloud like. Cause this is my moment. This is my moment. Forget what you feel like. Cause I'm living cloud like. And I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever be. Ever be, I said I'm ready as I'll ever forever, yeah. This is my moment. Get what you feel like. Cause I'm living cloud like.
When I say you that question, I want an honest answer from everyone in the crowd. And oh yeah, just so you know, the next track that's playing, just so you know, Smash featured in this track is obviously you want to come up and sing it with us there, I'm saying. Alright, answer that question though, that's by show of hands, you just say yeah. But obviously, I want an honest answer. How many of you in this room had a one-night stand? How many of you had a one-night stand? Alright, let's see. Well, if you have this song, you'll be able to relate to this, so you know. You understand? Yes. And it's very nice. One night, one night, one night. One night,
back, aching in her knees. I'm so in between. Then she going low, like a submarine. I'm only taking a risk. I'm so up in this chick. Then she must be a gymnast shit. Sweating on my neck. Her pussy soaking in sweat. My blush twerking that ass. Yeah, she bouncing it slow, cause she wanna make me go fast. Sad soul out of this world. For this one night, fuck the life out of this girl. Do it like a villain. I'm a lethal winner. Kill a pussy, yeah. Then I'm just having one night, one night, one night, one night, one night, one night, from the side, trying to work it out like it's exercise. Till I got you feeling like you're paralyzed. Real fine, shaped like a glass of wine. No strings, she only wants to stay the night. No problem, bring it, let me solve it. I'm a mastermind, yes. I'm James Bond, when it's on I keep it classified. Second after second, minute after minute, hour after hour, I'm in it till you finish. I'm a sharpshooter, only aim to kill it. Till I got you sounding like you're trying to do my lyrics. Once I'm in it, real tragic, I go crazy. Once I touch it, I just keep spazzing. I'm a wizard with the one and she needs magic. I step through on fire, I'm a real hazard. One night, one night, one night, one night, one night. Can we get another round of applause for Smash, please?
Final track we're gonna do, yeah, is the single off the EP. So if you like it, go cop that July the 9th, iTunes, DJ. Shout out to Rocktown Hit Factory. Shout out to Superstar, Fox in the building. Shout out to Lennox Dynamics in the building. Shout out to KMD in the building. Cloud9er. I'm feeling good. I got my team by my side, I'm feeling good. I got my hands in the sky, I'm feeling good. I got my drink in my cup, I'm feeling good, good. Slowly sipping, something pricey. Smoking on that good shit. Stay black, stay hot. I ain't with that bullshit, cause I'm having a good time. Speakers back and hood shit. I'm only taking headshots. I'm empty in that phone clip, cause I'm a Cloud9er. This just ain't an image. This is Cloud9er, and that's just how we live it. Tonight I won't be driving, so I'm speeding past my limit. Hey, you shoot yourself, cause I ain't trying to listen. I'm feeling good. I got my team by my side, I'm feeling good. I got my hands in the sky, I'm feeling good. I got my drink in my cup, I'm feeling good, good. So we keep it flowing all night, and we sip until all night. We keep it came all the way up, and I'm out with my crew. They ain't gotta say, they ain't gotta say much. I know for all my peoples that will see you raise up, see you raise your cup. Don't worry about tomorrow, cause tonight's all about us. We'll feel it all the way, we'll feel it all the way up. I'm feeling good, I got my team by my side, I'm feeling good. I got my hands in the sky, I'm feeling good. I got my drink in my cup, I'm feeling good, good. So we keep it flowing all night, and we sing and tell it all right. We keep it flowing all night, and we sing and tell it all right. Yeah, waves look just call me beside, surfing on the clouds, got my team right beside me. Money on our mind, so we fly while we vibe. Tomorrow, yesterday behind me. Cause when I take shots of that coconut silk rock, taste the rainbow as hits the spot. Hands in the sky, screaming we don't give up. This is cloud life, turned all the way up. A lot of things happen, baby, I'm drunk like last night. Tomorrow ain't promised, so let's fill it up. I'm alright, cause I'm out with my team, and we're getting it in, till we living the dream. I'm alright, cause I'm out with my team, and we're getting it in, till we living the dream. Yeah, I'm alright, yeah, I'm feeling good. I got my team by my side, I'm feeling good. I got my hands in the sky, I'm feeling good. I got my drink in my cup, I'm feeling good, good. So we keep it flowing. All right, now we sit and tell it. All right, we keep it flowing. All right, now we sit and tell it. All right, yeah.
Wow. Round of applause. Everyone enjoy that? Everyone enjoy all the artists that we've seen tonight? Lovely. Now we've come to the networking part of the evening, but before that I'm going to first give a shout out to everyone who had contribution towards the event. So the sponsors, I want to give a shout out to Justice Williams, Nathan Dennis, Sticky Toffee Dance Studios, and Portland Lagoon. Give them all a round of applause. Silent screams. What? I don't know, I'm just looking at what's on the paper. Huh? Euro, you were hiding behind that, bro. Your shout out to Euro. Alright, all the artists that performed tonight. Wait there. I'll say the panelists first. The panelists, obviously Suzy.Maiday, DJ Biggos, dellessa, Major, and C4. Give a round of applause for the panelists. And also the artists that you've seen tonight. You've had Rello, Twisted Rev, C4, and the Cloud9ers. Give them all a round of applause. Right. Now, for more information about taking part in September's networking event, so September's the next date for all those who are going to ask any questions. For the networking event segments or sponsorship inquiries, speak to the event team with the name badges. They go by the name of Mira and Joanna. They're right over here. They've been hiding here all the evening. So as long as you recognize their faces, any information or inquiries you need to know about the next show, go and bother them. And other than that, use the next hour or however long we got till the venue close. You want to say something? Or one of the sponsors wants to say something, come. Alright, I'll come to you. In fact, you come up here, sir. Yeah. You want to say something real quick? This is one of the sponsors. This is Nathan Dennis. Tell him what you need.
Me know the Nathan Dennis. Yo. Good evening, everybody. Hello. I want to hear some feedback. I said, good evening, everybody. Alright. My name is Skipper, right? And I was quickly telling you about an event I'm doing on the 23rd of August at the Drum. Everybody know the Drum there?
Yeah. I'm gonna need some chicken and some curry goat tonight in your body, innit? But anyway, I started this project called Silent Screams approximately a year ago because 2 years ago I ended up supporting 2 families in Birmingham that had 2 black males commit suicide. And I said to myself, as a young black man growing up in Brum, I need to try and engage with black men to find out, are they silently screaming through the pressures and different things that are happening around life? And I've done this project and we've created a CD, we've created loads of video, media, and there's loads of stuff on social media about it. There's a whole lot of graphs of information that's about this project. But one of the key things I wanted to do was engage with young people and young men around some of the issues that can happen. Because right now I work in criminal justice, and from my point of view, from the way I work, we as black men are overpopulating the prison system. We as black men are overpopulating the mental health institutions, and we're not overpopulating universities and overpopulating starting up new businesses. So for me, I says, even if nobody with me, may I do it by myself, going out there on a mission called Silent Screams. So if you see the Silent Screams plans, pick them up, come ask me some question, enjoy the rest of your life, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy everything you do. And remember, you have one life, so use it wisely. But go on, God bless.